All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Skillset School. As I always say, this is that one school you never knew you needed. Today, I have someone, who, of course, is related to communication, public speaking. He even, advises people on how to crack interviews and all of those stuffs. And this is a topic that we've already covered on Skillset School a lot of times. But, calling Jashwant, I mean, the reason that I have for him calling you to this the Skillset School is he did just one thing. He has actually executed all of it. I mean, he just not only says it, but he himself is doing it because he is just 22. I mean, 23 he'll be this year. He's just completed his graduation and still, if you go to his Instagram and you see his journey, you will be able to see that he documented it over there. And, he started from where you all will be starting, right? And then he is at a stage right now where he executed everything. We all know consistency is the game. We all know that, we have to practice it every day. We have to read every day. But he's the one who has already been doing it. So, Jashwant, first of all, I would like to welcome you. Secondly, how are you feeling?
Yeah, Charu, and I'm feeling really well, and I'm really glad to be here. I would like to share all my insights and all my journey details, which I have gone through,
Mhm,
and what are the real life scenarios which are happening in the market,
mhm.
and what are they expecting from the students.
Exactly.
And this is not my perspective.
Mhm,
I've researched a lot of things along with 15 to 17 years of experience to people based on different industries and different streams,
mhm, mhm.
and they are existed in the real life market.
Yeah.
From them, I have got a lot of insights. How what are the things they are expecting from the students? That
Hmm.
is the reason I've observed a lot of things like all the students are preparing well, but they are not consistent enough to crack the interviews, and they are not consistent enough to prove their skills.
Yeah.
That is the reason why I've started on motivating them to do. Yeah.
That's so sweet of you because, right now I'll tell you if we don't upskill, we're not moving forward. Growth is
Mhm.
directly proportional to upskilling. And,
Yes.
as you said that consistency is the key and they're not doing it. So you started motivating them. But, the reason I wanted to know these things from you is because so that these people are able to relate that you were in the same
Mm.
boat, right? Because you know the
Yeah.
actual real truths. Let's say if I try, I try to be consistent. I have so many reasons and so many excuses also, but you were also consistent. You also had your own reasons, but you came out of
Mm.
that. You overcome out of that, and you know what is actually a real reason, how to overcome that, and what is an excuse that we're just making in our mind. So I really want to understand it from you. From where did your journey started? How is your journey right now? What are the changes that you have seen? And what is that thing that you would like to tell it to the audience that, this is something that we're
Mm.
just making up in our heads and it's not like that.
Okay. Mm. Yeah. Let's begin with one a good example,
Mm-hmm.
which is in my college. I've actually graduated from Andhra Loyola College, which is located in Vijayawada
Okay.
in Andhra Pradesh.
Mm.
And there, in my class, I mean, in my section, there are more than 90 people
Yeah.
as students, and we do have some presentations and the tasks to complete and the assignments to finish
Okay.
in the academic. It is part and parcel of the academics.
Mm-hmm.
There, there are a lot of students I have seen. Whenever the presentation is started, they used to stutter a lot. And even though after completing 1 year of the college, we all got familiar with each other. But while coming to the presentations part, they still feel nervous, they still feel fear, and all these things.
Yeah.
I've observed that. And one day there is a group discussion program which is organized in my college, which is
Okay.
organized by the faculty
Mm-hmm.
to test the students' capacity and capability.
Okay.
In a way, uh, in 90 people, there are only 15 people who are participated. The percentage is very less, and the hard truth is students are not confident enough to participate in these things, and they are not motivated yet. And also, uh, they have a lot of fear in them how
Yeah.
to perform. If at all, I'm going to give my name. What kind of things should I perform there? I don't even know anything about it. Here, the entire thing is about knowledge.
Hmm.
They do have sufficient knowledge,
Okay.
but they don't have some presentation skills to present it,
Hmm.
to execute the process, or to explain it to
Hmm.
anyone. This is the major thing why they are not performing well in the interviews,
Hmm.
because they do have skills, but how do they express it? They have to express it in a way to make them understand the opposite person, to make them the interviewer understand this. Until and unless if they are not going to make him understand or her understand, how do they uh, explain the skills what they have, and how do they prove it?
Yeah.
These are the things. The same it is replicated in the group discussion as well.
Mm-hmm.
They are trying to express it, and I've seen that there are only 19 or 18 people who are registered for the group discussion.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason students are not motivated yet. I'm trying to figure out few things. I've done a small study on this, which
Okay.
is from my college students. I mean, for my classmates
Mm-hmm.
when I'm in my academic college. It's just a 40 people survey, because in that too there are some people who are not showing interest as well. I don't know what's happening in their minds, but I have tried my best to do that survey. I've got few insights from it, which is uh, the way they grown up.
Mm-hmm.
The first point is the way they grown up, and the surroundings they have grown
Same.
together their
Hmm.
entire lives are
Hmm.
not much potential,
Hmm.
are not much fearless. They
True.
are they are actually feeling like there are no much potential people. They are not productive people around them.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, they haven't seen the entire success in their lives. I mean, the other people in the surroundings.
True.
They do motivated and inspired by the movies, but that is the only biggest mistake what I felt, because it is for the short term. It is like an instant gratification.
Hmm.
They have to come out of it. That is the first stage they can do. That is a major insight which I've got from that survey.
Mm-hmm.
And the other part is very simple, like uh, what do other people feel about me if I do anything wrong?
Judge. Yeah.
Yeah. What if they judge me? What if I got judged by a lot of people? Uh,
Hmm.
at that moment, they feel guilt about it. They forget that after maybe around 2 to 3 days, everyone will forget about it.
Yeah.
They'll not at all remember that. There are some surveys in the public speaking perspective.
Mm-hmm.
There are some content creators who is speaking in the roads,
Mm-hmm.
on the streets, and they did a survey which is they're speaking to one guy, and how much time, he's a random guy, how much time would you remember me? I'm speaking on the road. You have seen me, and you have just passed by me,
Mm-hmm.
and how much time you are going to remember me? He told that maybe around 6 to 7 seconds.
Yeah.
That
True.
is the major scenario. That is the major scenario happening out there. Students and freshmen have to accept it, and they have to know this reality, because
Mm.
nobody is caring about what the mistake they have did. What's the mistake they have did? They have to understand that we are progressing it. We are working on it. They have to feel in this way. I'm working on it. I'm going to crack this. I'm going to see the progress. This is where I've started. And now my percentage is around, when I'm started, my percentage is around 30 or 40. It might be 20. At least I have to increase 1% per day.
Yeah.
Not
Very.
even 1%, it should be 0.5%. Even the 0.5% is also a great growth.
Yeah, it matters. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
Jashwant, you clarified so many pointers to me. Like, I got to know, from the conversation that we had, sometimes these people have the knowledge. You guys know everything, but then
Mm.
presenting something is also a different skill. So you cannot relate it to English speaking or communication. Everybody who is a good communicator between two people, everybody who has a good English, does not mean that they can be a good presentator or they can make themselves understand what exactly they're trying to say. So that was one takeaway that I took it from you.
Mm.
Secondly, when you said that we have movies and these things, I'll tell you, for anything to believe, we need to have evidences. So if we don't have evidences around us, right, we'll never trust that. We'll trust it for
Yeah,
some minute period of
that's
time.
true.
We watch movies, we feel like, at times I'll tell you, even in case of love, right, we see these romantic movies, we feel like it's not realistic because in our evidences, we have never seen that kind of love. And I believe it's the same with success.
Majority, yeah, yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. Majority of the times we feel that as a cringe. Many
Yeah.
people, yeah, they'll not accept it. The foreign, which is the beauty of the foreign culture.
Mhm.
They express their feelings without any hesitation.
Yeah.
It might be guilt, it might be they feel bad about it, it might be their mistake.
Mm.
They express it in a very uh, unpredictable way. They'll express it without any hesitation.
Yeah, non-judgmental way, because I'll tell you,
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
you
yeah.
said that, the environment, the surroundings that we have been into, we have always felt like we are being judged. Whereas if you talk about the people in foreign, they're not judged. The people around them, they just don't care about it. If you said something wrong, that's
Yeah.
fine. So yeah, I mean, I completely get and I completely understand that, and thank you for clarifying this to us. Also, I would like to understand, like, these are the surveys that you have done, these are the things that you have seen. What are the, other factors that were a part or a difficulty actually for you, which you would advise them to, like, uh, in a sense, I'll just rephrase this in this way. Anybody who is facing an issue with the communication but is not able to analyze where is he or she going wrong, how did you understand it? How I like the way you said
Mm.
we need to improve 1% or 0.5%. How are we analyzing that? How can they do it better every single day?
Okay. I got it. And here, one more thing I have to share, which is apologizing themselves and accepting their current situation.
Damn.
The only point.
Yeah.
Because when I started my communication skills, which are when I'm trying to upskill it, when I'm trying to scale that, I've observed few things. There is a situation. This is this might be a highlight of this podcast, which is from my side.
Okay.
What is there was a event which is ongoing in my college,
Mm-hmm.
which is a final event when
Okay.
I'm in the second year.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in the last academic year, it is my MBA is going to complete from that event. That
Okay.
is the final event which is going on in my college. In that event, there are 200 students from the same college, and the other 200 students which are participants who are participants, and also there are a lot of lecturers and some professors, and also my college principals, and there are some. mm, my college is actually like the entire from the intermediate to MBA.
Okay.
There will be every grade students.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone will be presented there. There on an average there are 500 people
Okay.
in the seminar hall, and there are four anchors who are performing and explaining about the events, and I'm one of them. And I'm one of them. I'm the that is the first and foremost thing when I'm on stage. I don't know why I choose that. There is a selection, right? I'm going to be an anchor. That is my choice to be
Mm.
there or not. I
Mm.
can do that. I don't know why I selected that because I'm much confident about it, and I've been worked for a lot of things in that event, which
Yeah.
is poster designing and some other stuff, which is organizing the event, part and partial of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while coming to the point, I'm one of the anchor. There are two junior anchors and two senior anchors. We are the two senior anchors. Me and there is a girl called Vanita.
Okay.
We two, and there are two juniors out there.
Okay.
Firstly, juniors have introduced about the event and they explained about the programs we are organizing and the games which are presented. They both explained and they went off the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Vanita, she also completed her role.
Okay.
Then I'm on the stage. I'm literally standing in middle of the stage and I'm stuttering. I'm not stuttering. I'll just act what I did there. Just try to observe it.
Okay.
I've just I've just a minute. Yeah. I've just holded my mic like this.
Mm-hmm.
And hello guys. This is Jashwant. And today we are. This is what I faced there. For the continuous 1 minute, I've been like this. That's where my journey starts. And I've observed so many people who were in the last row and they were laughing at me, and they're laughing at the end of the room, corner of the room, but I can still hear their noises in my ear. That kind of sentence I mean, that kind of silence I've faced in that situation. That's why my journey starts. And then at that moment, I felt very bad about it, and I've understood what are the mistakes I've did. It's okay. That is what my capability at that time. I've accepted it. Later, we just have 2 months of college left, and I've quarantined myself in the perspective of learning new things, which is communication. I've quarantined myself and I've been isolated. I've just focused on it. Just I've seen a lot of progress in that just 2 months. From there, after completing that, I took 1 month of break. Then I came to Hyderabad and I've started this content creation page. What are the situations which I've faced, and what are the tasks, exercises? It might be anything, drills. Those are the things which I've practiced.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been a madman in front of the mirror. There is no one in my room. I've been like it's really a replication of an English movie, which is the American Psycho. There is a movie. In that movie, the hero replicates all these things by seeing in the mirror and recording the videos, and he's feeling, wow, what kind of talent you have, man. He's just yeah, he's just being enthusiastic about these things. The
Yeah.
same thing which I've replicated in my life. That's how my journey starts, which is, well, coming to the major points. One is accepting our current situation.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is we have to apologize ourselves, because from these days, I'm saying this to myself, which I've already said to myself, which is I've been with myself very rude and not learning new things. I've been keeping you in a very lowest position, and I've seen you struggle a lot of things. Now I'm not letting you do that again. Now I'm not letting you to be in that again. I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to make you little successful. You're not going to be an average man. You have to be a little extraordinary. At least you don't have to be an ordinary man.
Mm.
Don't be common among them. Be something special. That's it. These are the rules which I've kept it for me, which I've kept for me, and I've worked on it, and I'm still working on it. And there are a lot of things to see. I'll definitely, I'll, I'll
Yes.
boost more. I'll go more.
You will,
Yeah,
you will, you definitely will, and it's very important, you know. I believe whatever you're doing to yourself, it's a kind of self-love that we say. So people actually, you know, think self-love is all about their skincare routines and all of this, but I believe it's you know, putting you back in a state where you know that you have flaws, you have problems, you have issues, you accept that, you apologize to yourself on, you know, this part that yes, whatever I've done to you is wrong, because you know we ourselves are doing it all, like the way you said now, we feel like people will judge us. It's not people, it's us first. We have started judging ourselves first. So if we, you know,
yeah,
change the rewiring internally, external factors will automatically be changed. And it is so great to have you, because you know it's very important for me to have you over here and tell you how, you know, the journey looks like when you start something so great. So you also need to have evidences, and the people out there need to also have evidences. If they, do good, the universe is there to support them in all the directions. Because, you and me had no
Definitely, that's
connect,
for sure.
right? Like, out of nowhere, I came in, out of nowhere, I wanted to connect and bring you to the podcast and everything. So it was very important for me. Now, coming back to one aspect where you started the podcast saying me that you've done a lot of research and you know what exactly these industry experts are looking from these freshers, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
I have seen a lot of content of yours on Instagram where you tell about, basic interview skills or basic mistakes that they have been doing. But I would love to understand what exactly your insights are and what would you like to give them, as your piece of advice.
sure, sure. Well, coming to the interview perspective, I've spoke to HR
Mm-hmm.
who is having 16 years of experience
Okay.
in the four different industries,
Okay.
and he told me that there are a lot of students. Uh, they're trying to prepare for interviews,
Mm.
just like actually this thing is little a hardcore fact which everyone should understand and accept.
Okay.
Uh, they're trying to prepare for interviews. Why they are not trying to prepare for learning skills? Why do they prepare for interviews? Yeah, I got this question straight ahead to my face. I don't know what to answer at that time.
No,
I'm
but
just
they
thinking
also
like,
need it. They also need this
yeah,
question. Thank
yeah,
you for.
because yeah, because he's an expert in HR, and
Mm-hmm.
he have took more than 10,000 students, I mean 10,000 interviews in his entire career, and he is telling me that why do people prepare for interviews? Why they are not preparing for new skills, for learning new skills, or trying to be in practical exposure? Why they are not diving into this practical exposure and implementation process? Why
Mm.
are why they are not focusing on execution process? They're still preparing for interviews. That is a good for that is good for getting a job.
Yeah.
That's not good for upskilling. That's not good for upskilling. It's just useful for getting a job and being uh, getting impressed by the interviewer. That's
Mm.
what he can achieve from it. He might get a job and he might get a salary, but what about the satisfaction? What about the self-awareness? What about the self-satisfaction,
Yeah.
self-actualization, which is
True.
and while coming to the point, it's okay. This is the hard fact everyone should understand and accept. While coming to the real interview preparation and the actual insights,
Mm-hmm.
first thing everyone should do is a formal research about the company.
Yeah. Very important.
Formal research about the company before going to the interview.
Mm.
That is for sure. And the formal information, which is many of them do only company from which year it is started and who is the founders and from how many years it has been successful in this business in this industry. These are
Mm-hmm.
the common things everybody should know and they'll see. But my suggestion is to do what are the milestones they have achieved in these years. And if they have got IPOs, which is listed, what is the market valuation?
Mm.
And the last thing is, what are their future goals and what are the current existing products which are hit,
Yeah.
which is very popular by them.
How basically growth
These are,
looks like in the company, right? It's very important
yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
time.
These are these major things, which is my suggestion to look into it.
Crazy it is.
And
You just hit it
yeah,
the question on our heads. Yeah, yeah, please
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
This is the first before going to the interview.
Mm-hmm.
And while starting the interview, or it might be a telephonic round.
Yeah.
Yeah, first and
Virtual.
foremost is the telephonic round.
Hmm.
Yeah, which is virtual. In the telephonic round, they feel like some of them are majority of the people using true callers and also the iPhones. And before getting the call, they don't even know who is calling them because the number is not saved. And when they lift it, hey, who is this? If in his mother tongue, it sounds little weird, and
True.
also it feels like The interviewer will feel like, oh man, did I call the right person? He'll check the number again.
Yeah,
These are the
like the way
these
we
are the
talk
things
to our
that,
friends or any credit card number who's calling
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
Who is this? Yeah, just like
What?
this, it will go. These are the basic etiquettes which should everyone have. Because
Yeah,
if they're getting a call, yeah, they just have to be polite. Yeah, who's this? That's enough.
true.
It's not a magical thing to learn, right? It's not
Yeah.
a magic to learn. Yeah, it's not a hard thing. That is the first thing. And the second thing is we have to greet them.
Very important.
They'll have their own protocol to speak. Because yeah, we are calling from this, and this is the purpose of this call. That's all fine. Yeah, okay, so we can start interview. How will this sound? We have to greet them. Hello, sir. This is Jashwant, as you know, and I would like to know a few things before starting the interview, which are what kind of interview is this? Just what
Mhm,
kind of round is this?
mhm.
What are the things we are going to discuss here?
Yeah,
And I would like to know about you something. Yeah, this is a very underrated thing which is nobody follow
yeah.
because if they get familiar with the interviewer, you almost got selected. That is the second thing. While coming, this is the which is a telephonic round.
Hmm.
The greeting and introducing yourselves, and also you are asking a little bit about them.
Hmm.
You have to know something about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be their current role on that in that company, or that it might be what is the expertise of him,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
interviewer. These are the basic things. And after completing while coming to the live interviews, majority of the people will not even follow the etiquettes, which is the outfits they wear. I forgot the name actually. We call it as
Formals.
just a minute.
They'll
Yeah,
wear
no, no, no.
casual.
It's not about the outfits. It's not about the outfit names. I'm just yeah. These are all basic interview etiquettes.
Uh-huh.
It's like yeah, they have to be groomed.
Ah, okay. You were finding that word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have to be groomed. It's not nowadays. Nobody is caring about the beard and the haircuts you have. They are
Why are
just
you so
they are just trying.
honest? You're just exactly hitting the right spots. Oh my God. And they're
That is
so
the hardest
lost
truth.
in themselves, I'll tell you just when they're so lost that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm a straightforward person, and there are a lot of things. And yeah, I would like to say one thing.
Mhm.
Just remember me about the topic again. This is the another part of the. I mean, another topic.
Okay.
Yesterday, yesterday in my office, there was a scenario
Mm-hmm.
which is we are one person having a code, and it is actually end of the office because the office timings around finished at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
At 4 o'clock, there was a person who is having a cold call.
Okay.
And 2 rows ahead, there is a girl who is speaking little louder. He's
Okay.
just the guys are chit chatting,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he's having a cold call. It might interrupt him.
True.
Not only yeah. This is a scenario, and the girl who is chit chatting, she's having another girl beside him, and one girl is asking her, uh, please look into him. He's having a call. So could you please lower your voice?
Mm.
That's what she said.
Mm.
And she told that when I'm speaking, nobody did this. So why should I? I thought that I just got one thing in my mind. I told that person to ask her, what is your age? What is your age? Your
Then
age is literally 22, 23. Don't you have some civic sense? Don't you have some basic common sense to behave in the organization? Don't you have some etiquettes to follow? These kind of people are. I got one doubt in my mind. How does she got this job? Who gave her? It might be a girl, it might be a boy. I'm not discriminating them. I'm just making them to aware about the corporate etiquettes. It's actually not about the corporate etiquettes. It's about the self etiquettes. You have to have some ethics, how to behave and what to speak and what not to. That kind of people are still in the organizations so that every employee is feeling like there will be some issues in the organizations, these silly issues. And many of the people will show and will express their guts in these useless things. They have to use it in a potential way. Everybody got their guts. If some, yeah, and there is one more thing. Everybody feel like while going in the road, while going in the traffic, there was a guy who is just pass on by you or who's just speeding beside you,
Mm-hmm.
and you got a little bit of interruption or a instability while driving.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't care about it because you don't even know his name. He just did it and he'll just pass away.
Yeah, maybe
That
that
is not
was
an important thing to
unintended.
react. Yeah, that is not an important thing to react.
Mm.
Just take it light. It happened, and within 3 to 4 seconds, the issue will be solved because he'll not stand in front of you to speak or to scold. He'll just pass away. So do you. You have to do. You have to go on in your way. You shouldn't interrupt people or you shouldn't make them uncomfortable.
True.
That is the thing. And while coming to the point, which is grooming and not not being well groomed.
Corporate etiquettes, normal,
Yeah,
empathetic, all of those things
yeah,
also.
yeah, yeah. While coming to the outfits, there are some people who were after getting the job, after getting hired, after getting onboarded,
Mm-hmm.
they might wear in a baggy jeans. That's his wish. And I'm talking this especially for the tier one, tier two, and tier three companies
Yeah.
because tier one companies are the least that are hired because even the market's volume is much higher,
Mm-hmm.
but the hiring is little lower while compared to the tier two and tier three because the tier two and tier three the volume is very big. The tier one is around 20%, the
Mm-hmm.
tier two is around 60, and the other one is the remaining. In this way, tier two and tier three companies are the biggest volume companies which are hiring while
Mm-hmm.
compared to the tier one. Yeah. Even we compare it with the basic 100 people. Only 10% will be hired in the top one,
Yeah.
top tier one companies.
Taiwan companies.
The,
Yeah.
re- the rest people will be hired and placed in the tier two and tier three companies.
Mm.
So where's the volume is big in tier two and tier three. So that is the reason why majority of the tier two and tier three companies are looking for the productive people
Mm.
who are having future vision. They should have at least 2 to 3 years of further planning for their lives.
Yeah.
These are the major things asked in interviews, which is where do you see yourself in next 5 years or 3 years? Many of them say, I don't have any kind of plans in my future. I'm just going with the flow.
Mm.
That is okay for being honest. That's great. You are being honest, but that is not suiting or relating to the organization's norms.
Yeah. It's an
And they
appropriate.
do have,
It's not an
yeah,
unappropriate
yeah.
also.
I'm just awareing that they have to plan something. It's not a big deal to I have to build $1 billion company. It's just about what are the future targets you need to achieve. And you don't need to mention about the only productive parts, which are I have to be a data scientist. I'm junior. In 3 years, I have to be a technical specialist. You don't
Mm.
have to mention that. If you don't have, you just have to mention that I have to find some peace of mind for my life. I have to be stable at one job. These are my targets. You can also mention this. This shows your entire own ethics of yourself, how you are planning your own future,
Mhm.
not in the perspectives of education and the career. It's about the life. It's about the life and how you are looking into your life.
Yeah.
You can fix that. They can easily understand it. So that by this, the interviewers will feel that okay, he may not have some career planning, but he have a great alignment with his life and how his life should be.
Yeah.
So he'll definitely be aligned in this role as well, because he is aligning his life so that at least it'll feel like a little credible answer,
Yeah.
which is which is worthy.
Mm. Like the way you said, they're not looking for hi-fi answers, they're just looking for basic stuffs, but clear,
Yeah,
precise, clarity. That is very
that's it.
important that they're looking for.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, you have got me one point here.
uh-huh.
You have got me a point because I've seen that there are a lot of people, even though when I'm speaking with a lot of people in on my Instagram, they
Mm-hmm.
used to text me about these are the problems I have in communication. How do I solve this?
Mm-hmm.
And I just simply send my mobile number, and we just schedule a call.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to speak with them. I would like to ask few questions for them.
Okay.
The basic questions, which are what are the problems you are facing, or
Mm-hmm.
else I'll give them a situation, and they're trying to answer it in at least 8 to 9 lines. I felt like they're explaining an essay. I, and even though but I appreciate that because they are not good at communication skills and they have accepted it. But they are giving their best to explain and convey the message to me. They're trying much harder.
Yeah.
That is the great thing. That is a great thing I've observed from them. The negative part of that is why do they explain in 8 lines, 8 to 9 lines?
Mm-hmm.
Because for them it is little harder to uh, frame the sentences or frame the lines what they have to express,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know that a particular situation or it might be a scenario, they have to explain it in at least 2 to 3 sentences in interviews. They shouldn't go more than 4 to 5 sentences because interview time is limited.
Yeah.
The time is limited. Whether you are a recommended candidate, you might get an extra time, which is 1 hour or 2 hours. But for the most of the people are not recommended, so they have to concise their messages, what they are trying to convey.
Mm-hmm.
That is a major part everybody is facing, which is over explaining anything. That is a one thing which I've observed from my followers,
Mm-hmm.
and it is applicable for a lot of people because I've spoken with more than 200 people as of now.
Mm.
Actually, I felt like uh, it is a crazy thing for me because I'm just trying to give my number and just trying to speak with them, and I'm just having a lot of conversations with them in order to explain how do they overcome, how do
Yeah.
they overcome these things. And for a lot of people, I never told that I faced this issue on my stage, which is when I'm in my academics. I
Mm-hmm.
told you the situation, right, where I faced. I never told them. I never told anyone about this because it is the personal thing which I felt much great because these are the moments everybody should face. Until if they are not going to face these kind of situations, they'll not get get heated by the reality.
True.
They have to understand by facing.
Mm.
And while coming to the interviews part, which is we already discussed about the corporate etiquettes and the telephonic interviews and while introducing themselves. Yeah, and while coming to the introduction part, when they are trying to introduce themselves,
Mm-hmm.
everybody use a simple a simple mistake. I call it as a layman mistake
Okay.
because we are trying to be literates, but everybody is performing like illiterates, which is myself, Jashwant.
Hmm.
How does that sound? Myself, I don't feel like we shouldn't use myself in interviews
I also feel the same.
because in you just try to convert it. Yeah, you just convert that into your native language. Myself, you just decode it. You felt, what is this? It feels awkward. It feels a little weird. There are a lot of ways to introduce yourself. Hi, this is Jashwant.
Hmm.
Jashwant speaking.
Hmm.
And also, this is Jashwant and I'm from. There are simple thing. What is your name? My name is. That is the best thing you can say. My name is,
True.
which is very basic one and clean and crisp.
No, no.
You have to just say my. What is your name? Where you are from where you are graduated, and what are the skills you have. You have to tell them the brief. And what are the projects you have worked and what you have learned. Just concise the message into 2 lines. Everything, 2 lines, 2 lines, and the first three questions are one, 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 which is your name, from, and uh, from where you are graduated,
Graduated, yeah.
which is 3 lines, and the last is 4 lines, which are 7 lines. 7 lines is more than enough for your introduction.
Hmm.
Almost you have covered 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes of your time there. If you are going to speak for 2 to 3 minutes continuously, that too, you are introducing yourself in a better way. You almost got a good impression in the interview.
And that's the first thing they ask, you know?
Yeah, later, if you are a fresher, later they understand that you are good at communication skills. So that if you are going, if and also you may not good at your skills. If you are
Hmm.
good at communication skills, if there is a possibility that they will hire you, and based on your communication skills, they'll easily understand. You can easily understand new subjects or new things. You can easily learn them.
Hmm.
The interviewer will understand that.
Yeah.
So if they are going to put you in a training period for 21 days, you can easily learn new things by which the communication skills which are available with you, which are known to you, will be much helpful for you to learn new things very faster.
Yeah.
That's what the interviewers felt in any interview. And I would like to be honest, even we can also, if we are going to put this on Instagram or anything anywhere else,
Mm-hmm.
you can do it because it is an which is a illegal thing, but also which is I did, which is I
Ah,
did, but also it is not an intent to do that. It just happened.
okay.
Okay, the scenario is uh 3 months ago I went to an interview, which
Mm-hmm.
is an offline interview.
Mm-hmm.
There, where I'm already working in one company, and I've just in a rush I've created a resume, which is
Okay.
uh which is related to the same job description,
Mm-hmm.
which is the new interview, which is a new company which I'm applying. There will be a job. There will be a job description, right? By
Yeah.
extracting that, I've created a resume. We, and also and also it suits my skills as well. It is actually about digital marketing. I've done my
Okay.
MBA in marketing. The digital
Okay.
yeah. So in that way, I've replicated the resume by extracting the job description. So do I selected. I went for the interview, but but I forgot that in that resume I've mentioned years of experience as more than 1 year. I don't have 1 year of experience. I just have 6 to 7 months of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that. I didn't observe that. I just went to the interview and I've submitted the resume as well in the on spot. But you know what? After complete and many of the you just tell me one thing. In many of the situations, what will happen in these scenarios? They'll just tell that in the first round of interview, it they might grasp all the things which I've did, the wrong information in the resume.
Mm.
Yeah, they felt like I'm faking it and I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Everybody, what will everybody do? They just say, you just will get back to you. Just just leave from the company. These are the
Mm.
things
Mm.
majority of in these particular situations we can hear. But you know what? I've completed 3 rounds of interview and I got selected in that company as well. But I haven't joined only
How?
because of my communication skills. Only because of my communication skills and being honest. I've explained them, sir. This is a scenario what where I've created this resume. I was working in my current office, and there is only half an hour end time which is left for me to create this resume. And I've extracted the job description. I've just used AI tools to create the resume, but I haven't checked the uh, years and the experience which I've mentioned there. That is a major mistake which I've did. I've been honest, and my communication skills have proven right. Proven my communication skills have proved that again. You can get a job even you faked it. That kind of scenario which I faced, and I felt very happy about my communication skills. And they told me that we'll give you 21 day, I mean, yeah, 21-day probation. I mean, yeah, 1 month probation period.
Mm-hmm.
Just work for that, and until that time, we will observe your skills. After that, uh, we will put you in a better position. The position is already fixed. They just told me that based on your working speed and learning speed, we are going to fix your compensation as well. The budget is around 3 LPA to 5 LPA. It is more than enough for the fresher,
Mm.
particularly in the Type 2 and Type 3 companies.
True.
That is the scenario. That is why my strong belief has generated in me, which is communication skills are the best you can learn. That's what made me to stand in that company and got the job.
All.
But I felt
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you complete first. I'll go ahead after that.
Yeah, and after completing the interview, I also felt few things which are very bad. The common two mistakes are I haven't rechecked my resume.
Mm. One.
That's one thing. And the other thing is they have asked me few skills or tools which are used in the digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I even though I've learned some skills which are explained in my academics and the college,
Okay.
and also few things based on my interest, I've learned them.
Mm-hmm.
But they have asked me relevant questions, but I I don't have a sufficient answer for that. I only know the basics.
Yeah.
They've asked me the case. How have you solved this?
Mm.
And I felt like very bad about it, and I'm not much skilled about it. That is the reason why I even though I got the job, but I haven't joined there because I have to prove myself that you are not good at these skills. You have to learn this before going to any company.
Yeah.
You have to learn this. And my honest explanation is about only one thing, which is learn tools. Learn tools. Skill is about tools,
Mm.
which is communication skills. While coming to communication skills, only everybody is trying to learn by learning grammar, what is vocabulary, what is adjectives, what is nouns, what is pronouns,
Tenses.
what are the verbs. Yeah, I think this is the bullshit. This is the major mistake every student is doing. If, even in schools and colleges, they have trained you for 10 years in this. You haven't learned there, and then now you are feeling that I have to learn all these things. Is that fair? No. So if now you are going to learn in that pattern, which is college oriented and college themed, it'll take more than 2 years for you to master English. But I founded a another way of learning pattern which is informal, which is
Mm-hmm.
which is I have learned by watching English movies in the initial stage, watch with subtitles. After completing 15 to 20 movies, remove the subtitles and keep a book aside, write the new words, try to frame the new sentences by that words, try to use it in your real lives,
Mm.
try to listen to English songs, watch the English podcast. If the podcast is very fast, you have an option called slowing the speed in YouTube. Use
Yeah.
it. Damn, the option is available. Students and the new learners and the freshmen are very lazy, and they're not being conscious about their lives. So the market and the jobs are plenty of jobs are available. The only yeah, that is the hardest truth. Jobs are available, students are not skilled. How do they get job? I'm not getting a job. I'm not getting a job. Why do you get a job without having any skills?
True.
That is the reason. First of all, you have to learn communication skills. If you are good at communication skills, eventually uh, you can easily learn any course. If you are trying to enroll a course in online, they every course will be in English for sure.
Yeah.
If you are good at communication skills, you can easily understand everything. If you're not good at that course which you have acquired is worthless. And in online, every course you can get it on a highest pace. It is around 3,000 rupees.
Mm.
Not about communication. It might be in a technical language. It
Mm.
might be anything.
Mm.
It starts from 3,000 to 5,000. Just assume that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to offline, it will charge more than 12K to 15K
Yeah.
only because of your communication skills and your laziness.
True.
If you're
This is
not
a fact.
lazy,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're not lazy, you can get it for 3,000. Even though if you're not lazy, you don't need to pay 3,000 as well. You can use free sources to learn.
True.
That's your choice. That's your mindset.
Hmm.
And became we have crossed a lot a lot of scenarios and a lot of examples, and we forgot the first topic, which is interviews and how to perform and how to overcome their problems. What are the
Hmm.
insights, right?
Yeah. You were
And
telling us about the resume. So we were at that point, I think.
hmm, yeah. Yeah, while coming to the resume point, it is very crucial for the interviews. And I'll ask you one question. How do you feel that in your resume, will you put your picture? Will you portrait or picture your image? How do you feel that?
I don't like it at all. I don't want to see your picture. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
is it a is it something like a portfolio or something that you are what
No. I don't even feel that as a portfolio. I feel that as a wanted poster.
you feel like that? Like people getting mad. What do we call that? There's a word for that. Biography. Are you sending me that? I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
interested. Thank you.
That's true. That's true. That's really true.
It's a
And there is a format for the resume which is most popular and which is more acquired by a lot of acknowledged by a lot of people in recent days
mm-hmm.
only because of my page, where I'm honest and feeling proud about it.
Mm-hmm.
And also in the recent interviews which I have went and which I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are has carrying the same resume, which is just like mine, and I felt very good about it. The resume format name is LaTeX. LaTeX is a code.
Mm-hmm.
There is a open source platform which is
Okay.
overleaf.com,
Okay.
and in that you just everybody has their current resumes, right?
Mm.
Every student has a basic version of casual resume with them.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Just try to dump that into ChatGPT,
Mm.
and based on the job you are applying and the criteria you have,
Mm.
just drop every information into ChatGPT and just give the A simple line called create me an appropriate resume format, which is in latex code. This is the prompt. This is the basic prompt they can use.
Hmm.
They'll get a code. Just copy the code, go to overleaf.com, log in, and just there will be create a blank project.
Hmm.
There will be an option called blank project. Just click into it. It will be opened, and just go and dump your code into it. After that, there is an option called recompile. You just click on it. Your resume will be here. It's that simple to create a resume. Even I have done more than 70 resumes for my friends, and for my followers, there are 60 plus resumes.
That.
That is the major thing. And also, there is a girl. I don't remember her name.
Uh-huh.
There is a girl. She texted me on Instagram, and I have an interview with HCL company.
Mm-hmm.
It might be in 1 week. So, what are the questions should I prepare?
Hmm.
I asked, "Are you good at your skills? Are
Hmm.
you good at what are the role you are applying?" Yeah, she told that, "Yeah, I'm good.
Hmm.
I'm very perfect on that." So, okay, it's all fine now. How often you speak in English?
Hmm.
She told me that I speak around 3 to 4 days
Hmm.
in a week.
Hmm.
On an average, 3 to 4 days in my college days, I used to speak in English. He
Okay.
told me that. Okay, that's good. Now, what is your major problem?
Hmm.
She told me that no, I don't have any problems. I just have to figure out what are the questions majorly asked in interviews, not the technical questions. She asked me about the managerial questions.
Okay.
That is the majority of the. If you're good at skills,
Hmm.
it's completely fine. Then you're if you're going to the managerial questions.
Hmm.
So I've researched a little bit, and the top tier companies has already listed the frequently asked questions in interviews in their websites as well. You just
Oh.
need to check it. That's it. She already before contacting me, she already checked a lot of questions, and she prepared already 60% of the questions as well.
Oh.
I've just guided her in the right direction, and I've just sent her the managerial questions which are 40%.
Yeah.
Though, the hardest part is my LPA is 3 LPA,
Ah.
and she got the job at 6 LPA. She made a call and she explained me. I'm just feeling like I told her I'm really happy about it, but I'm feel little. Oh, what is this? I'm explaining all the things, but I'm getting 3 LPA, but you are getting 6 LPA. Okay, okay, that's fine. But anyway, you proved your talent and you got the job. I've just guided you in right direction. That's what I did. The entire practice and the entire exercises and the entire efforts
Is
have
her.
felt by her.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's that kind of motivation I'm looking from every student and every freshman.
Hmm. You've made it a
And
whole circle moment for me. Execution. I started the conversation with all execution, and you're just letting us know what to execute and how to execute. Yeah, you were saying something. Go ahead.
yeah, and well, coming to the resume part, we have finished it.
Yeah.
The resume you can create by this.
Hmm.
And also, there is no particular criteria, which I feel there is no particular criteria to put what information to put first, what's next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't follow the row. It's also the simple way, which is the executive summary in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
and the education you have completed, and the experience you have, if any. Or else, if you don't have any experience, you just keep the projects. If you
Okay.
don't have experience, you have to elaborate about the project. If you
Hmm.
have the experience, you have to elaborate about the experience,
Hmm.
and you have to concise the project.
Got you.
That is a simple thing which we can do. The later part, nowadays, nobody is following the declaration part and the achievements and the hobbies as well. While coming
Hmm.
to hobbies, it is very, it's a little funnier thing. Everybody got their own hobbies and habits.
So let's just not include it in the CVs anymore. While
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
to an end, Jashwant, I would really like to ask you this because you've interacted with a lot of students also, right? And like the way you said, you ask them certain questions, you ask them situation-based things and all of those stuffs. I would love to know it because there were like more than 200 plus people, that you've interacted with. You've helped people with the CVs, interviews, and all of those things. So at the end, I would like to understand it from you, anything or any mistake, any common mistake that these people are again and again making, which you would like to make, like address them about, and you would like that, at least this should be sorted.
Okay, sure, sure. One thing is they're not being consistent.
Mm.
They're starting it. Honestly, they are starting it. And they've started with their whole 100% efforts. I would like to tell that that is a major mistake they have did. You don't need to put 100% efforts in the first place when
Okay.
you're trying in the first time.
Mm.
Just try to progress it. There are a lot of successful people, and Abdul Kalam also said this, which
Mm.
is if you're trying to read any book, if you're trying to acquire the habit, which is reading,
Mm.
you just try to open that book every day for 10 minutes. You don't need to read anything. Just keep the timer. You just open that book and just look into it. You don't even need to read anything. Just constantly look at it. Eventually, after completing 1 week or 5 to 6 days, I'm opening this. Okay, what would happen if I read anything? You'll just feel that okay, let's read one page for today. In this way, it will start it, but they are being consistent only for 2 to 3 days. That is not at all called as consistency.
Mm.
They are just feeling it as consistency, but it's not.
Yeah.
And everybody is expecting instant gratification and instant results. Nothing will come by overnight. That's for sure. You have to accept it. And the common mistakes are this: one is not being consistent. Another one is they're not trying to make this as a habit. They are just using it as a trick or a simple short-term trick to crack something.
Shortcut,
That is
basically.
not an appropriate, yeah,
Uh,
that is not an appropriate way to do.
mm.
They have to understand that it is a life surviving technique. You
Mm.
have to acquire it. You have to acquire the entire communication skills to survive in the market.
Yeah.
And to be a successful man, you have to communicate. The communication is the major form of conveying messages, right?
Right.
So you have to be good at it. And the second mistake is they are not accepting this as a whole skill. They are just using this as a shortcut trick.
Mm.
That's what they are doing. And the third one is even though they are being consistent, even though they had built this as a habit, and they are learning daily, and they are working hard, and they are doing different drills and exercises to improve their communication skills. But what's happening in the end of the day, they're not progressing. Why?
Right.
Because they're all doing it is in a theoretical way. They're just assuming that they're practicing it. But it's okay. You are practicing and you are putting 100% efforts. What about the interaction with people? You
Mm.
have to interact with people to prove yourself. At least you have to understand what are the skills you have. In mirror, you can perform 100% well, even the 1000% is good. But what about while speaking to the real men?
Real
What
conversation.
about the real humans? Yeah, what about the real conversations? While
Yeah.
coming to the real conversations, everybody is feeling like, yeah, as we discussed, they are feared about mistakes. They are feared about mistakes. Even when we are trying to learn cycling a bike or driving a bike, we used to fall a lot of times. That is the major and popular example everybody is using. And everybody do know that.
Mm.
They know, but they are just still. And the one more thing is they all know everything and what to do, what kind of exercise to follow, what are the practices to do. If what should I do to improve my skills? Everybody know about it. Everybody they already had a clear idea about it.
Hmm.
But the only thing is laziness, and they feel like, okay, we can do it tomorrow. Procrastination,
Yeah.
which is definitely the procrastination. Okay, well, coming to communication,
Mm-hmm.
procrastination when it starts. Okay, next 3 months I have interviews. Okay, let us assume if in next 3 months I have interviews.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll start preparing in the last month. I'll start preparing in the third month. How will that possible? How will it even possible to get a job? And also, while coming to this communication, they have to acquire these communication skills for understanding a lot of subjects. If
Yeah.
they are good at communication skills, they can easily communicate with the productive people, and they can progress their thoughts by speaking with them, by exchanging thoughts. I'm not telling that only English communication is good.
Hmm.
There are a lot of languages to learn.
Yeah.
Based on your selection, based on your career pathway, and you what are the choice, what are the targets you have kept for your career path.
Hmm.
Based on that, change the entire pattern of your communication learnings. If you are going to be a public speaking man,
Hmm.
speak in front of the mirror and speak to people
Yeah.
and get failed. You have to fail in a lot of things. You have to see the taste of success.
True.
You have to accept your failure, and you have to accept your what are the mistakes you are making, and you have to recheck it, write everything. What are the mistakes you are doing? Write it, and what are the things? How I can solve all these things? Just try to figure it out. And well, everybody, yeah. And one more thing, which is tough. I mean, which is faced by a lot of students.
Mm-hmm.
They are not getting partners. They're not having partners to practice.
Hmm.
That is a major complaint I've listened. I've got. But I told them that, when I'm speaking in English, when I'm training, it's my mindset. I told myself that I have to speak with ChatGPT and Gemini, even though the students have got free version, right?
Yeah.
The students have got free subscription. They have to avail it. They have to claim that. And I spoke non-stop for 2 hours every day with the ChatGPT and Gemini for 2 hours, continuous speaking. It might be any topic,
Hmm.
what you have did today, or
Yeah.
else if you have any future plans like doing workouts and following the diet, figuring it out, just speak about it.
Hmm.
That's what you can do. And if you are going to buy any product, speak about it. What are the alternatives? At least when you're trying to speak, the Gemini will respond and the ChatGPT will respond to you. You
Hmm.
just there you learn listening skills. Your mind will get familiar with the new words.
Yeah.
Then you can use it. If whenever you are trying to use in the first two initial times, it might sound like weird, but after that it feels like actual progress. In from these days, and one more thing, listing the new words.
Hmm.
Listing
Vocab.
new words from many source. It might be reading a book, it might be watching videos, might be anything.
Hmm.
Listing new words, and many of them face one problem by listing these words. They'll not remember long term. They'll not. They don't. I mean, they don't have that capacity to remember. Yeah, no one has that.
Yeah.
We just try to. There is one way to figure it out, which is I strongly believed, and I've tried. It also worked. Which
Hmm.
is try to frame some examples using that word.
Yeah.
Examples made you to remember for longer time.
Use them on daily basis.
Yeah, you can use it. And if there is a, let's take it as simple word, which is sad, SAD.
Hmm.
They all know the word. I'm just using it as example, which is sad. There is a boy sitting in the corner room who is sad.
Hmm.
The boy who is sad. These kind of examples made them easily will make them understand in which situations these words will be used.
Yeah.
So whenever they are in that situations, they'll definitely remember it.
Hmm.
At least 2 to 3 times, uh, they have to go through with that.
Yeah, I mean, regularly, if you
They have to
repeat
face it.
something,
Mm.
yeah, so that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
make
Sure,
sense.
sure. That's for sure. They have to repeat it.
Yeah.
They have to repeat it and they have to be in such that situations. And on a final note, I would like to tell one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I strongly believe that you can easily choose your own problems. So just try to choose problems which will make you progress,
Yeah.
which will make you productive. You have to put yourself in that kind of problems. You
Like
do
the
have
way
choice in your hands.
Josh, pushed himself to an anchor, and that's the reason he's here. You also have to push yourself out of the comfort zone to an
Yeah.
uncomfortable zone to have that growth. So you can see the
And I
same.
strongly, yeah, and I was reading a book which is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Shit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In that book, that is the first book which I have read, and I'm still reading it. I haven't completed it yet. I've just completed more than 50, 60 pages in it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just completed 60 pages, and I've got a lot of insights, and it purely changed my mind. From there, I've learned this quote, which is you do have your own choices to put yourself into some certain problems, which
Mm,
will make you grow.
true. See, you have a
Yeah,
book recommendation also from Josh now. All right, Josh. I'll put it to an end because we only have 4 minutes left. So
got it, got it.
it was lovely having you. It was a blast. These Zoom calls are really small. We cannot have a really long conversation. So that is the reason I would love to have you offline in person because I know you have a lot to talk. And I'm looking forward for you to come very soon so that you know
Sure, sure.
uh, you'll have more experience, you'll have more things to share, you'll have more stuffs, and I'm looking forward to see you on big stages. So that's my wish for
That's
you.
great. Thank you. And one more thing you are giving. I honestly feel that uh, I'm not much worthy to explain all the things because the only thing is podcasts are meant for sharing information and making people understand what is the reality.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about the podcasts. They have to understand the reality and they have to learn at least 10 to 15 things, not even 10 to 15 things, at least they have to learn two things for sure from every podcast, which will change their life drastically.
Yeah.
It might take little longer time, but I suggest everyone to be honest for themselves. Accept everything, accept every failure, accept every success, celebrate even a small success. That will make that only if it is productive. I'm telling this again, only if that is productive.
Thank you so much, Josh. It was
And
really
I'm
amazing.
really thankful that you have invited me for this. And I never had this kind of experience. I've just felt this as a video call, and I'm explaining my every experience to a new friend. That's what I felt about it. I never felt this as a podcast.
You will feel it as a podcast when I'll upload it on the channel, and you'll see people coming back to you and letting you know how grateful it was to have conversations with you and they would love to listen to you because I believe that you'll be on big stages and you will be doing a lot of many more podcasts. So that's my wish for you, and that's how I would like to end it.
And I wish you to take a lot of podcasts from the new enthusiastics, whoever are helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you do try to gain a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
I would love to look into it because when you are trying to gain a lot of knowledge, you will share with a lot of followers on Instagram, a lot of students, and there are a lot of students who are in the learning phase.
Yeah.
They have to learn all these things. That is the best thing that you are doing right now, and do it anyway. Whatever happens, just don't stop it.
Sure, I'll try my best to do that. All right, guys, thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you off. And yeah, it was lovely having everybody in the whole podcast. And I request, in case if you have any, suggestions for us, do comment in the, comment section. And we would love to see you back. Bye. Bye, Josh. Take care. Bye,
Bye
everyone.
bye. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.